All right. What is up, everybody? Back on stream. Let's hope that this internet doesn't die. I did mess with the volumes a bit because I have my these things in today. So, anybody tuning in, please let me know. Let me get a Jack. What's up? What's up? First man talking. Let me get a quick mic check if you guys can hear me over the music, well or not. Let me know. Started late. Sorry, I was at a business meeting. Hopefully some good things to come in the future. Hopefully some increase in volume. Lord knows I needs it for sure. All right, guys. If you guys recall, last time, I guess last week, right, when I was streaming, I told you guys to buy the dip. I was long, all that fun jazz. And then I shorted it, and that was the wrong move. It was definitely the wrong move. Ended up losing some gains, but worst of all, I lost my position. That's the worst thing, that I lost my good bottom long position. But now we're retracing backwards. And I think I'm gonna get the chance to open that back up. So probably should have kept the short open, to be honest. It wouldn't have gotten liquidated. But now it's back under my short entry. That's what I hate about shopping markets, man. Chop. Hard to hear you? Alrighty. Thanks for that update. Mic check. Oh, wait a second. I think I know why. Oh no, the microphone's fine. It's because of the music, right? What about now? Better to hear me over the music? Max, what's up, bro? When are you coming to Vietnam? I know it sucks, but when are you coming? Better? Rabaristo, what's up? Good morning. Well, yeah, if you're over in the fucking Burgerlands or South America, good morning to you guys. If you're over in, Asia like me, then good evening. So we got what? How much long? We got 10 minutes before the stock market opens. Let's do a quick little 10-minute market analysis. Where I think the market is going. Just TLDR. I think we're gonna dump down a little bit more, and then we're gonna go right back up. But we also have the FOMC, right? I think when is that? That's like any minute now, right? Let's go search it up. Soon, yeah, very soon. Shit, I should probably be looking at that right now. Let me look for that. What do I get out of here? Okay, so I guess before we look at FOMC, Max or Rabaristo or anybody in Discord, please give me the link for the live stream of that. We can all watch it together and, be gay and shit. But while I wait for you guys to find me that, please, por favor, I'm just going to go ahead and do a quick little update of what I think is going to happen. So you guys know I'm trading the M2. It's my baby. It's my thing. This is ETH spot with BTC, or with USDT, excuse me, on Bybit. So the thing that I'm looking for right now is basically a lineup between this and this. This pump up, down, this up here, all the way down. And basically I think that we're just going to keep trailing upwards. But for the micro movement, I do think that we're going to trail down just a little bit more. Actually, we might have hit the bottom. So you can see right here, zoom it in. This retracement, I believe that's happening right now, is basically this portion of the M2 Global Liquidity Index. So you can see right here, essentially in the next 10 hours or so, in the next 34 hours, we should have at least like some bullish buy pressure upwards. We could be essentially front running that. If you look at the BTC USD 15-second. There's the aggregated trades, and right now I'm charting the American markets. So this is Kraken and Coinbase, and the CVD. I mean the CVD is just off the charts. So America's just buying this dip up, and this is micros, right? So there's only 15-second. But if you zoom out, let's do 1 minute. And this is the total market cap. The total market cap is also very, very strong. You can see the dip. Let's line this bad boy up. So dip is right here. Bomba clat. There you go. The dip is right here. It dipped, and now it's you can. I don't know if you can really see it. Probably a little bit too small for you guys, but the green line is just going like this straight, right? And we had this dip down that just got eaten up because all of this buy pressure is coming in. Essentially, I don't know what that green line was for. It was probably some sort of liquidation, maybe a stop. I don't know. Someone fat fingered, but they're definitely underwater if they opened up a directional short. And we're just pushing upwards. And then you can see over here on the American markets, Coinbase, Kraken, etc. I mean, it's just going up nonstop, right? Yeah, I mean, it's just pushing upwards. So what I am trading though, instead, oh, look at that, 807. A lot of buys right here on OKX multiple to try to maybe essentially hide a bigger position. But what I do think is better to trade is Ethereum. Link of the meeting, right? Fucking what's his face when he comes up and says good morning and everyone fucking shorts the market for some reason. Anyways, what I do think is better to trade is the Ethereum rather than Bitcoin, because 1 second, let me pull it up really quick. I gotta pull it up on my other chart because of un momento, por favor. Oh yeah, let me know if I'm lagging or if I'm disconnecting, guys, please. I didn't have the time today to do like a test trial run, so I was just like, fuck it, let me just stream and see if it goes well. But my Telegram is definitely lagging. Which is really weird, to be honest. Look at all the buy pressure. Maybe it's unfolded. Okay, yeah, here it is. Okay, so let me restart. Stupid ass fucking Telegram. There we go. So let me restart what I was saying. This right here. So over the last 2 weeks, BTC buying by DATs fell to nearly year-to-date lows and has not meaningfully recovered, even on green days. We've already seen with the Michael Saylor buys, right? Now before he was big dicking, 400 million, 500 million purchase orders. Now he's doing like 70, 80, which is still a lot of money, obviously, but is paltry compared to his previous buys. He was doing billion-dollar buys before. Now it's like nothing. So we can see the dark green lines is Bitcoin DAT buybacks. You can see it dominated the space earlier, and now Ethereum is taking over a lot of that attention, right? And this is largely due to BitMine just buying up a bunch of tokens. They're still going to keep buying up until the end of the year. So Bitcoin buying has gone down, Ethereum buying has gone up. I think that also the TA is just primed for a very nice very nice macro pattern to break up. Low, that's at 2 p.m. Eastern. Oh shit, I thought it was sooner than that. I'm not staying up to 2 p.m. Are you crazy? That's like 1 a.m. over here, bro. I'm old, dude. I'm old as fuck. I'm asleep by then. or like, you know, banging my wife or something. So this is the pattern that I'm looking at right here. This is called a broadening wedge pattern. And essentially we had, you know, it came up, came down, came up, came down, came up, came down. But it's, you know, it's a broadening pattern. And then we had the breakout. And this is actually the throwback, which we're bouncing. And if my prediction of the M2 pushing us up is correct, then this shit should pump us up. And we're most likely going to see like a crazy rally up to like, I don't know, maybe like 7K or some shit. I don't know exactly, right? But I'm aiming for something like at least 6K, hopefully. And that's most likely going to be all due to like DATs, right? Wall Street buying in, FOMO going in, and everyone's saying, oh yeah, you know, ETH to 10K. But I'm not selling at 10K. I don't think that it's going to hit 10K. I think it's only going to hit 6,000, 6,500, maybe 7,000, something like that. That would be still a very, very good rally, especially if you can get a pretty nice position in with like, I don't know, like 10x leverage or something, right? That'll be pretty, I mean, if 25x would be amazing, but that's obviously a lot riskier. But this is what I'm aiming for right here, this move upwards right there. So if we open up the M2, oh, it doesn't even fit. You got to do it with you have to do it with the daily. But yeah, but with the M2, you can see that we already start going up. Now, what I would like to see, oh, let me line it up. Hold on, let me see exactly what the target is if I line it up. Yeah, so even if it did this, the target with the M2 would be around like 5,700. I think it'll go higher than that. So I hope that we get some good news with the FOMC. It would be amazing if it was more than 25, 25 interest rate cuts. It would be a double interest rate cut essentially, because then that would really propel us towards, bullish markets, like crazy bullishness. But I could see us push up towards December, and then in December that's where we go into choppy season. Now the question is, does it go back down and then go into the actual bear market, or does it continue pushing higher? I think we will continue pushing higher, but we just don't know yet, right? That data is not given to us yet. So for right now, it seems like we can reach at least 5,700 on just by following the M2, and most likely higher than that, like 62. So I'm aiming for like around like 6K to exit my Ethereum longs. And Sol, what about Solana? So Solana is actually starting to increase their DATs, but I think that it would be better to enter Solana after this choppy period right here, right? So I think it's going to be ETH season for a little bit, and then after that it's going to be Solana season, right? So you just go down the list. At least that's what we're seeing is happening with Bitcoin and Ethereum. It remains to be seen if it'll happen with Ethereum to Sol, but I think so. And probably the most bullish and highest risk reward or whatever to all of that would be Hyperliquid, right? So I do think that Hyperliquid's going to have a DAT. There's already a DAT that's buying. There's an institutional vehicle that's buying. And I think that, I mean, even as high price as it is now, I think that it will still do very well. That's why it's pumping so much, especially after the crash, bro. Those definitely exchanges and very, whalish hands just looking to buy in. It's already almost at all-time high. I mean, people are just going to keep buying this up, in my opinion. So after Ethereum, after Sol, I think most likely it's going to be Hyperliquid after that. That's going to have the DAT cycle. And that could, that can push it up to, 200, whatever. So even from now, that'll be 300% profits. You throw a little bit of 5x on there, bada boom, bada bing. And it's, it's liquid, so you can throw like massive amounts into a position. But yeah, only trade what you can afford to lose with leverage. Don't fucking yellow this shit. That's risky. Man, my viewerships has really crashed. Oh, actually, we got a little bit on PumpFun. We got 21 on PumpFun. That's actually the most we've had in a long while. But on Twitter, it's only down to 211. Show me some love, guys. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, especially if you're on YouTube over there. Like, subscribe, retweet, all that fun jazz. Let me help me get my fucking my viewers back. Before all of these crazy internet problems, we were peaking out at like what 550 viewers on the peak, mostly on Twitter, but now it's only 213. That's not nice. Sorry, my daughter's crying. So some things coming up for the show that I have planned. I'm gonna start doing like I'm gonna be a guest on a podcast for Orderly. They're doing a podcast essentially, the community. It's gonna be me, Skew. Oh, well, what's up with this dump? Hold on a second. Some news come out. What's this? Just then, Nvidia becomes the first company in history to reach 5 trillion market cap. Jesus, bro. Yeah, what's up with this sell pressure? You know, I told you it was gonna go down. We don't even know why. It's just happening just cause. I mean, it's very small on Ethereum, but you can see it over here. So what is dumping? BTC? Oh yeah, it's Bitcoin. Definitely Bitcoin. So I guess a quick target for where I think this is gonna drop to. Let's do Bitcoin first. This is so much. Let's just get all these drawings out of here. And to be honest, it looks like we kind of already hit the levels. I mean, I feel like we already hit the levels. If anything, I think that it maybe goes down towards like 110,000 and wicks back up, pushes higher. Most likely after the announcement, right? The FOMC meeting. But yeah, I think it's just gonna chop in the micro. So if you guys are out here scalping and day trading this, like, be careful. I wouldn't. It's just gonna continue to chop sideways. Watch, there's like an inverse head and shoulders right here that people are gonna try to trade. It's gonna counter trade that. It's gonna drop lower, maybe to like, you know, trigger all the stops down here. It's gonna liquidate some people. It's gonna come up. It's gonna do this and that. Definitely don't use TA in my opinion to day trade this. See what the Ichimoku says. Yeah, we got some resistance at 30-minute. Rejecting pretty hard on that. Got the resistance at the 45-minute Tenkan-sen. Oof, we got a nasty. Oh, this is gonna print in 23 minutes. But we have a nasty wick. If it closes at current levels, is a evening star candlestick print on the 1 hour. Still hasn't closed yet, obviously. Yeah, so we have a nasty little dip over here. I mean, I could definitely see this dumping down towards this range, 110, 600, something like that. Maybe 110, 500, tap into it, and then bounce back up. This is where I'm looking for this area right here to open up some longs. Keep an eye on all this sell pressure. If I'm right, then this is just gonna keep dumping. So, anyways. All right, so what was I saying originally? Oh, by the way, I forgot. If you want to support your boy, make sure you come trade on what exchange? That is what.exchange or trade.what.exchange. If you use this referral code, then the profits from, or not profits, the trade fee affiliate commissions will go towards the Wolf token treasury, and you can buy and trade Wolf token on PumpFun. This little shindig right here. We got some decent volumes actually recently. I mean, not really, but you know, decent for the fucking dead coin that it is right now. Where is it? How do I search? Home. Well, let me see if we're even actually listed on the front page. Lately, they've been like FTP is always on the front page, bro. Oh yeah, we're right there. Awesome. Is it? There we go. Yeah, we're still there. Awesome. So that's probably why we have so many viewers today. But yeah, so if you guys want, buy it up. It's essentially a treasury token. We had some nice little trades earlier. Somebody, I think Rabadisto in the chat, in the group chat right here, bought up like I think what, like 20 grand or something like that over here on the floor. And then that caused a nice little price pump, price spike, and then some other, you know, weekend the bitches decided to dump it on him and use him as exit. It's okay though, Rabadisto. Trust. Just harder, bro. Just believe. I did get an update on the Hyperliquid front end. There are some bugs that the team are working on. So hopefully soon, once all the bugs are, you know, done, after that I will be doing the whole like bridging and LP on multiple networks and blah 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 blah. I already have the funds available to do that stuff, right? So I'm just really just waiting to do the LP stuff. Hopefully it can be tomorrow so that we can get in on the nice price pump that I believe is coming. But if you guys want to support the stream, if you guys want to, you know, degen gamble or support your boy or even support yourselves, go ahead and head over to the PumpFun, buy it. It's fucking tiny market cap. I do plan on pumping this in the future. I'm not pumping it. I guess I can't really even say that on live stream, right? But I do plan on buying more and doing more to basically make this into a real coin. I just need some patience for now. And make sure you use that referral link right there. All right, enough shilling. Yeah, this shit's gonna keep going down, in my opinion. Market just opened up. Let's take a look at a S&P 500 really quick. See how that opened up. What's the gap? Another gap up. Jesus. What's the gap on the micros? Oof, that looks ugly. Looks like this over here. Kind of like that. If we compare it to other times that it looked like that, really ugly. Well, over here it looks really ugly, and it didn't really pump. Yeah, I mean, this looks the most comparable, right? Like it gapped up again, a little bit, gapped up again, and then created an island top. This gapped up. This is actually gap ups in the middle here too. At some point, I think it's gonna come tumbling down. Probably in December, like I said. But he said, no, it was not me that bought last time that 5 million bunch of tokens. Just shared it. I'm still holding my 6 million tokens plus though. Nice. So who the fuck bought that shit? I guess whoever did. Preach on your back, but please don't own more tokens than me. Well, that reminds me, I need need to do something really quick. 1 second. What By the way, how come we never get any chatters on PumpFun anymore in the chat room? That place is like the deadest graveyard. I guess I'm gonna have to do it on my phone. 1 second. Anyways, somebody bought a bunch of tokens. Not sure who, just some random. But or lurker. I shouldn't say some random. He's probably a long time lurker. It was probably Genie. Genie, was that you? One second, guys. I'm doing something on my phone really quick. Any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, hit me up. Let me know. What the fuck, bro? The internet is taking a shit again. Bruv. Rabadisto, can you hear me? Can anyone hear me? You can hear me? Am I lagging? Am I all like... Am I all robotic and low quality again? Oh, you see me okay? Okay. That shit. Yeah, man, so the internet out here has just been doing really bad. For those that don't know, out here in Vietnam, is thanks for checking. Thanks for letting me know. Let me know if it actually does come down. But you know, out here in Nam, the internet is like all everything goes through, I think like three or I think like 3 cables on the internet, on the ocean. Oh shit, yes, I see the loading stuff. What are you watching on? You're stuck on buffer still? I think if everyone else can hear me, then I think it's just you, bro. Oh, he probably doesn't even hear me. Shit. Let me change this. Staking bomb. Don't know. For me, it's working okay from PumpFun stream. What Justin, where you tuned in. Anyways, while we see where the lag is coming from, I can't even clean this shit. Goddamn. This is my my Apex farm, which is still locked for 5 months. Yeah, I staked it for 2 years, bro. 2 effing years, and it's been earning me essentially like $100 a week, maybe like $1,500 a week. Watching on X, and I'm back now. Awesome. All right, cool. So carrying on. But yeah, for this, like I mean, it's not that much though. It's like what, like four or 5 grand a month. But I'm gonna be also using that for like wolf token buybacks and all that fun jazz. Really, the interesting stuff will come when I create the LPs, because it'll make the the arbitrage volume between the different pools on the different networks, and then that volume should help, you know, boost up the treasury, which then I can actually do something with other than just buy back the tokens. I'm just buying back the tokens right now because I need tokens for the arbitrage pools, for the different pools on, you know, Mantle, on I mean, everything that I can list and have a different token, essentially, right? So most likely Mantle, BNB, Ethereum on Base. We're already on Solana, right? And then like maybe like Hyperliquid, Hyper EVM or some shit like that. With a bit of luck, Apex will still be worth more than $1, and imagine it actually pumped all-time high by then and your decision was actually top. Well, I originally sold my bag at let's see. I remember exactly where it was because so this is the whole, that's the whole, what? That's it? That's crazy. So yeah, so if you guys, all the Wolfpack members know, we were buying down here. Right? I mean, like we bought like the Pico bottom essentially. This is where I was shilling it when the Discord was the Wolfpack. Now it's What Exchange. If you guys want to join us on Discord, it is discord.gg/What Exchange. We have analysis from me, analysis from people. We got some, you know, international channels that are pretty much fucking dead, to be honest. We have a DGen not safe for work channel, some meme channels, general chat, PNL, whatever, all this fun jazz. We have all this shit. So if you guys want to fucking talk to some other crypto degens or even just lurk, because most people are just lurkers on there, then come check us out. But yeah, we were buying somewhere around down here. A bunch of us made a lot of money when it pumped up. I wish I would have sold up here because up here I think it was like $150,000 bag that I bought at the bottom became like $7 million, and for some fucking reason I didn't sell, and I ended up holding until I think like right there somewhere, which was still actually maybe even higher, maybe like over there, which was still like good, like it still did very well because I bought down here, but it ended up being only like 2 or 3 mil instead of, you know, 7 mil. So womp womp. Hey Jay, what's up, brother? Hey Wolf, how you doing? Doing well. Got back in the gym, you know, getting a little swole again, getting focused again. Max Rodelius, what about Order, bro? Any thoughts? Oh, dude, yeah, let's check out Order. So Orderly had this falling wedge. If you guys recall, I like called it right before it pumped because of the Korean info, right? The Korean listing, excuse me. So I actually didn't have any information on that. That was not an insider trade at all. I was just fucking lucky, right? I traded the falling wedge, but we like entered trades over here like right before breakout, and literally I think like a few hours after I pushed the signal on Twitter, they got listed on Upbit Korean won pair, and it just did this crazy pump, and then now it's coming down and it's dumping. So why are we dumping, right? Like the markets are bullish. Why the fuck is Orderly dumping? I personally believe it's because of real insider traders that I already closed my long. So I think like up here. I believe it's because of real insider traders that basically bought throughout this steady buying phase and purchased a lot, I'm assuming, as well as like just other people that were just trading it, right? And then it listed, and now there's kind of like nothing to look forward to. But also because the insiders are just constantly dumping, you know, then other people get scared and it becomes like a negative loop. So that's the biggest problem right now, is that we're stuck on this negative loop in Order. I do believe that the next big listings will be OKX Spot and Binance Spot. Then we should see like another crazy pump. I think and hope that the Binance Spot listing will push us up towards all-time high, and you know, basically targeting that $1 mark that I've really been eyeballing. Now, Whether the $1 mark is actually achievable or not, especially on their current revenues, it remains to be seen. But or not achievable. I think it's achievable, right? Because token pumping is just hype. But whether it sustains with current revenues, I don't think so. But if their revenues spike up because of the pump, then maybe, right? Because they're gonna turn on the buyback soon. And doing the math with the buybacks, I think it was like, you know, like 0.4%. Or no. How much was it? 1.4? I forget exactly how much deflationary pressure it is, like APY over the year, but it's good enough to definitely help absorb some of the sell pressure, and then also, you know, create some FOMO, push the price up and stuff like that. Because the order book is very, very liquid, so it's easy to pump, but it's also easy to dump, as you can see right now. That's most likely, I think, one person selling. I don't know who, but somebody. But I'm still bullish on it, guys. Still very much bullish on it. I think it's just retracing because of the crazy pump that it had before. You know, it's probably going to retrace all the way back down to, I don't know, 22.39, and then after that, I think it's just bull market, like the rest of the tokens. Let me do. Looking at the Ichimoku clouds really quick, see if I can try to find like a bottom or something, some sort of support. There's no support, but there is this descending triangle right here, which is bearish, unfortunately. But like I said, I think we're still gunning for one more leg down. Maybe we can, you know, just go up from here, but I think we gotta wait for one more leg down. Maybe like a flash wick from like crazy volatility from after the FOMC. You know, maybe it's gonna pump up and then it's gonna fucking dump down and it's gonna come up again, and then it'll slowly start to climb from there. But order, unfortunately, looks like it wants to dump first before it pumps or finds a floor. And I would say that the floor should be right there, which is where the price broke out of. So it's 0.2244. We're almost there, guys. Almost there. If you're a hodler, keep hodling, or better yet, stake it, because the yields on orderly staking is pretty damn good. Let's see. There's the orderly vaults. Oh no, there's the vaults. Never mind. It's not the Let's see where the staking rewards are at. Yeah, so staking rewards is 23.75% APY. So you can buy order, have exposure to it, stake it, and get a very nice little yield. Excuse-moi. How much money am I making a week? I just tried to cash out on, when was that? I don't even remember. I gotta see how much money it makes a week. What else do you guys want me to look at? So for order to wrap it up, like, honestly, down a bit, then back up, but staking is really juicy. We have buybacks coming on soon. You know, the volumes are doing pretty well. This is the Dune analytics for orderly. And also, let's take a look at the DeFi Llama to see where it's at in terms of competition. So it's at number 10, $756 million in volume yesterday. But honestly, I believe that it's top 5 on in terms of like actual real retail volume. I think a lot of the stuff from a lot of different dexes are excuse me, are essentially wash trading. You know, high frequency traders just farming the airdrop, or the platforms farming their own airdrop. I mean, we have tons of wash trading from Lighter. Aster, obviously, as well. Apex Protocol, I'm assuming they also have a ton of wash trading, because now they're also doing like some point farming shit. Rhea, GRVT, I believe also has a lot of wash trading. I've seen their product's actually not bad, but I've seen like the just like the live trades and the OI and everything, and it just doesn't match. What's your take on orderly HTF? Higher time frames? Well, I mean, I think that $1 is programmed in. I think that fundamental wise, orderly is definitely one of the best coins out there. I think it's gonna be quite possibly the best investment I've ever made. Well, in terms of like actual token stuff, you know, Bybit was, you know, definitely the best investment I've ever made. I didn't invest in them; I invested time, right? But definitely the best investment I ever made. And I think that orderly is essentially going to be like the number 2 in terms of time, and possibly even number 1, to be honest, because now I have my own, you know, exchange. What exchange? But in terms of like token valuation, I think that it's going to do very, very well. And I'm aiming for more than $1. I'm aiming, you know, I'm aiming for like $5, maybe even, you know, 10, 20 bucks, 30 bucks. I think that orderly is gonna be the number 1 DEX, essentially. It's gonna take some time, but as more and more people learn about it, learn about like how easy it is to build on orderly, the way that they structure their fees compared to Hyperliquid, how it just makes so much more sense to build on orderly rather than anyone else. I think it's just a matter of time until more and more serious builders start building on here, and they just go up exponentially. AJ says, bro, I need to get back to the gym too. Yeah, go get back in the gym, bro. Quit being fat. Oh, you said their volume has been growing steadily. Let's take a look at that really quick. So this is the Dune Analytics, right? Their TVL has actually been dropping off, which is weird. I think it's because Aiden got bought out. I also think a lot of the sell pressure right now is, it like, other than just insiders, I think there's a lot of Koreans that are selling because Aiden got bought out, right? So like this acquisition by Gate.io is kind of a curveball. But I think a lot of people are essentially going to leave because maybe they were there just for the streamer. I don't know what his name is, to be honest, but or Inbum TV. There you go. I do know what it is. But I think a lot of people were there for the streamer, like a lot of cultists, and if he's essentially gone or leaving, then they're most likely also going to be leaving. But TVL is 48 million. It was at like 50 mil. Cumulative volume is $168 billion. Ooh, quite a lot. Builder fees, 15.3 million. So there's 135 live builders on Orderly. That means that there's 135 brokers. There's 135, what exchanges, basically. And if I recall, for Hyperliquid, there's like 338 or something. So Orderly is not that far off. Right, I mean it kind of is more than 3 times, but that's not that far off. I think it's definitely gonna grow a lot more, be a lot more bullish. There's 148 pairs to trade, so if you guys want to check it out, go trade on what.exchange. Use that referral link right over here in the corner to help your boy out. And the trading volume is 756 million and blah, blah, blah. Net fees, 24 hours is 23 million or 23,000 and whatever. So here are the metrics, right? Here's like the visual important shit that you need to look at. So user growth has been going down. Not sure why. I would think that it's trending up, but let's do a screenshot really quick. So some multiple things to look at. Excuse me. So multiple things to look at with orderly. Probably the most important thing to look at is this right here. Rolling average daily net fees is going up. So it's at all-time high. Literally today it's at all-time high. Even though the net fees in the last 24 hours is not that great. It's $23,000, which is still good, but it was not that great. For a DEX, I compare it for a DEX in the top 10. And the user growth has been going down, which is concerning, but it could also just be bottoming out right there, right? So you can also draw a trend line coming this way. So hopefully we follow this trend line. And this is actually the bottom of like the growth phase. Hopefully we follow this trend line. It starts to push upwards. And then that's when we'll, see a lot more revenues coming in and a lot more growth essentially. I'm definitely seeing a lot more people starting to talk about orderly. Now that the lighter date, the TG date and everything is solidified, we're definitely seeing a lot more exposure on orderly. Here's the net fees. It's very choppy, but if you chart the bottoms, the worst days, then we're still going up. So pretty bullish on that. I mean, the 30-day average is also going up, all-time highs. Rolling average volume is still not recovered, but it is pushing up higher. So rolling average 28-day volume is 681 million. And yeah, you can see a lot more brokers coming in. So this is actually when the Orderly One launched. Orderly One is like their new InstaDex, whatever. So you can see over here, it's just like a few different colors, right? And then over here, it's a whole range of different colors. With orange being Aiden, their #1 broker. See, I mean, like the fundamentals is amazing, and the numbers, while not being like insanely good, are still trending in the right direction. So to me, that's still good, right? So I just think it's a matter of time. They just got to keep doing what they're doing. Don't fuck up, and it'll pop. Rat Capital, yo, what's up, brother? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that fun jazz. Especially since Orderly One is barely a month old. Yeah, like most people still don't know what Orderly One is, right? So if you guys don't know, you guys are tuned in. You hear me talking about it a lot. You want to learn. You can go over here to orderly.network. Show you guys really quick what it is. So here's orderly.network. For developers, you have your developer tab, gives you the documentation, the GitHub, the SDKs, blah, blah, blah. For traders, trade on the builders where you can see a bunch of the different brokers that are on there. There's API docs, orderly dashboard, blah, blah, blah. There's ecosystem governance, etc., etc. So what you want to go to is developers, because you're building, right? Or you don't even have to do that. It's right here, like, look at that, right at the very front. Permissionless liquidity layer for Web3 trading, powerful SDK, seamless integration for builders, unified liquidity, superior performance for traders. So if you click Orderly One button, it'll take you to dex.orderly.network. Here's a video that explains it a little bit, and then you can either start building or you can explore the docs, right? But it is a no-code perp dex launcher. You just click start building. Sign the message. Come on. Oh, Bueno Bear's about to hop in. I guess let's get in voice chat. By the way, the music changed for me. So if you guys hear the quality different, if it sounds like shit like it does for me, let me know. All right, here you go. So you can create your DEX step by step. Broker details. Configure your DEX's basic information and trading broker details. Broker name can only contain letters. Blah, blah, blah. You can say beep, beep, boop, boop, kaka, DEX. Boom. And then you can put your primary logo. You can change the secondary logo. Blah, 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 blah. You click next, and then this is how you essentially see, or you change the tone of the actual exchange. So I've told them to actually change this up because it's too difficult to like just randomly select these numbers or these colors and stuff, and then come over here and preview DEX design. There's also a theme generation or a theme generator. So let's do Batman, black and yellow DEX. Whatever. Generate the theme. And boom, now you got black and yellow. Apply the theme. And bada boom, bada bing. You have the black and the yellow, even though the black and yellow looks like shit. But you can see that the color changed. It went from it went from like purple to now, you know, being gray, black, and the buttons over here. And then you can essentially tweak it, right? So if you changed this to that over here, maybe like over there. Oh, it didn't change it. Why didn't it change it? Oh, maybe it's just like the warning button or something. But whatever. You catch my drift, right? Like you can easily just set this up and then you just go next, you launch it, and bada boom, bada bing, you fucking have your own DEX. It's pretty amazing, to be honest. Saves you a lot of hassle, a lot of time. You can essentially start building your own business through this. This would be the first stepping stone, I guess you could say. And then to scale from there, you can use the funding from the DEX to, you know, hire an actual development team and do all that BS. So quick little shout out to Orderly for their DEX launcher. What am I doing? Oh man, I don't know why I always get sleepy, bro, when I stream. I think it's the shades. Best viewers. Oh, this stupid bot. Get out of here. I checked the data from DeFi Llama. Are you accepting host on your stream, Wolf? Would love to join one day. Yeah, dude. I actually have I like restructured the team, the marketing team a bit. And I'm actually gonna have, you know, a content manager and kind of like a babysitter essentially, to help me create content faster, more, right? Like real content. Right now I just bullshit. I just put whatever comes to mind, but I need to be focused. I need to essentially have someone give me like a list of tokens to like review and do like deep dive analysis and stuff like that. And then I'll just go down the list. So really request, because I don't really know what tokens are out there. I mostly trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. You know, I have my coins that I actually track, like Ethereum. I have Look, which I've already told you guys about before. But to be honest, I don't really know if they know what the fuck they're doing in terms of like token marketing and this and that. So yeah, I mean, I would think that it would have a lot of potential. It's the fucking porn cabal, but it's just not doing great, unfortunately. It's just very choppy. It's just stuck in like this sideways action purgatory. But yeah, but we're gonna have I'm gonna have a team that actually looks for guests, brings them on. I'm gonna be doing a podcast like right when I first start live streaming, I'm gonna be live streaming and also be part a guest of Spaces on. Oh, actually, I think there's a space that's live right now. Maybe I can hop in that. Yeah, let me turn that off. Let me start the space really quick. But I'm gonna start doing that stuff a lot more, right? Like engaging with different characters and stuff. Yeah, Wolf FOMC. Oh no, that's not the right Wolf. Is a different Wolf. What's today? Today is Wednesday. When do they? Maybe it's down here. Oh yeah, right here. Oh, there's only 8 of them, so it looks like they probably just started or something. So it's not a very big channel, but or not a very big space. But I can hop on this from time to time. I'm gonna be doing one as well with like Skew and another guy, um, in the very beginning, and then other days I'm gonna be hosting my own podcast stuff, so you can come on for one of those, and then we'll be sourcing different guests to bring on board. But let's hop in here. Let's see what these guys got to say.
I pointed out some tickers earlier, so I went ahead and put them on the jumbotron here, not the jumbotron, but the title
Hmm.
token. I called this one out with Wizard yesterday. This thing completely ripped up. Um,
Justin says,
yeah,
"Hell yeah!" And talk on hot
sorry,
topics so we can
Missy. I
get
don't mean
more
to
viral
multitask
clips
like this
on
long. I'm
these
really
streams.
tired. This is so funny. Oh, look, it's Mr. Wolf here. Mr. Wolf, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot you an invite, sir. Um,
Sure, sure.
yeah, peak token went from what is it, 8.2 to it's at 9.3 right now. That's awesome. Uh,
I 0.22
There
somewhere
we go.
there, in that region. So, but it did good from his entry. I think pumped it around like 20%, maybe even 22% or something. It was a good live trade, by the way. So congratulations to Rudo.
yeah, that's a really good trade from Rudo for sure. I
Yeah.
remember him mentioning that. Excellent stuff. We got Joe joining us. Awesome. I forgot we have two Joes now. We have Simplistic Charts Joe and we have Joe Mitoshi. I love that. Um, yeah, like I said, Joe, I shot you the speaker invite.
So I think I'm gonna increase the volume so you guys can hear them better. But really quick, Rabaristo says, "Do you know something other about the other secret product from Orderly?" Did they say there's a secret product? I know that they're working on Spot, so we're gonna have Spot available on what exchange as well soon. And then they're gonna have like the community vaults and what else? Community vaults. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff coming out, but it's all like roadmap stuff. It's not like secret. So unless there's something that is even more like secret, even for me, I'm not sure.
I am 100% sure that most people are actually not engaged in the market right now for several reasons. Like, first of all, like 80% of them are still licking their wounds for what happened 2 weeks ago. So they're trying to rebuild their portfolio. So I mean, it's funny because I could see that on the exchanges in the past couple of weeks. The volume died completely. But it's just crazy how little volume there is right now. For example, one of my the changes I work with is a Woo, and from the students and the accounts that are under my link, the referral link for Woo, the volume dropped like 94% against the past 6 months, and that's crazy to me.
Yeah,
So
I think you're spot on for sure. I mean, a lot of people got shook out and probably, like you said, licking their wounds, kind of recoup their profits or their cash, and are kind of sitting on the
yeah.
sidelines waiting to see what kind of entries they can get. Or a lot of people just like have just completely disassociated themselves from the market after that, after being completely liquidated, and are off getting jobs again. At least I hope they are. Um, funny enough, I found a McDonald's, like a fake McDonald's hat I used to have, from Goblin Town. I don't know if you remember Goblin Town NFTs, but they made some like fake McDonald's hats, and I was wearing it most of the day yesterday to kind of get a vibe, and be like, okay, like can I do this? Can I be a chef? I could do it. I could be a fast food worker if I really tried. So I know some people are feeling that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and on top of, so I think that the appetite, obviously, there are always going to be gamblers. There's just people who are just, I mean, mentally ill towards gambling. I mean, it's just, they're just going to gamble no matter what. Then you have a little bit of professional.
Damn it, I forgot. I can't refresh. That'll kick me out. What am I doing? Fucking noob. Oh, Clutch is the one that's gonna be making the spaces with us. There
The
we go.
meeting from this guy, the Fed or what, waiting. Okay, like, oh my God, is if the announcement is good, the crypto is gonna pump. If the announcement is bad, crypto's gonna die. So obviously, what I think is gonna happen is like we're gonna keep the chop alive. Probably a lot of bears and bulls are going to suffer again in the next probably 5 to 8 days. And then is when I think we're going to see a resolution to the current area
Every time I
price
come on
is
here, I always
contracted
disagree with
when
what they say.
within. So
Yeah, it's already been pretty much priced in at this point. I think Bitcoin will move, like once we get the rate cut in, I think Bitcoin will move a little bit. But I don't think it's going to matter that as much. I don't think it's going to matter as much as people think. I think people are going to be way more in like there's going to be much more price action, and people are going to be paying attention to the meeting itself much more than the actual rate cuts because everyone's already expecting another 25 basis rate cut.
and I just keep seeing the echo chamber. I mean, it's just over and over and over every single day. I don't know how these people they don't get tired. It's like, yeah, they're gonna cut the rates. See you with Bitcoin at 150. Yeah, the rates are good, or this or the other. I mean, it's just like desperately trying to find some sort of, miracle that it's gonna pump their bags. But unfortunately, as we know, the market is going to do what it's got to do. So, I mean, what else is there left for us? You're shorting. We need to short.
Yeah, we're shorting. This is the short channel now. We are the short show. I went ahead and posted that picture I just mentioned to you guys up to the top there. So you guys get an idea of what mood I'm in this week. But I see Wolf over there. We're gonna throw it to Wolf.
Hey, what's up, guys? Let me put my hand on. How do I? There we go. I just wanted to chime in on that. I mean, I'm personally bullish, right? So I called last time I was on here. I called bullish the price pump, and then now we're seeing some sideways chop action. Honestly, I think that like the FOMC is a non-event. Like people can talk about it, and most likely are gonna blame it for why we're gonna push up. But just how I essentially called the top of like the crash and the bottom of whatever like last time I was on here. Um, I think that everything is a self-fulfilling prophecy. At the end of the day, we're just following the M2 Global Liquidity Index 10-week lead. Like maybe like 10 to 11-week lead, something like that. But yeah, I mean that already pushed up to new all-time highs, so which means that if the total market cap is still following it, and I am correct, then we can push up to new all-time highs as well, like 4.41, and that leads into essentially December, where December we'll see sort of the same volatility chop that we've been seeing lately, and then hopefully keep pushing up from there, and it's a super cycle. But we don't have that data yet. It's being essentially printed right now, but I would have to, respectfully disagree that that people are that the market environment is all the price action in the market is going to be due to the FOMC. I mean, there's people that are going to talk about it for sure, but I think that essentially a new all-time high is already programmed in.
I think over the long term, you definitely have a point there, Wolf. I just think in the short term, I've seen the FOMC meetings just like increase volatility across the board when it like right when they happen. Of course, like you'll have just like crazy wicks on the S&P, for instance, and like other assets, including like Bitcoin and some other cryptos. But I definitely think it doesn't have as I think it's more priced in than people think. Is what I was kind of saying earlier. Like
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I mean, if we're
yeah.
talking, when I was talking about FOMC, like catalyzer or probably talk, it's short term. Probably talking about the next few days. I mean, if we want to talk like long term, November, December, January, etc., that will be a different type of conversation, different type of chart, different time of forecast. So
Yeah, but
I was just probably talking about this week.
I'm saying this week, right? Like I think today we will probably dump down to 3.7. We'll probably lose like
What is you're talking about total, right?
I'm talking about total, but let me pull up a Bitcoin chart so I can give
No,
actual
that's good.
price.
That's good. Actually, I was gonna about to do a total forecast today.
Okay, so yeah, so for total is like I just had it open 1 second.
3.6 is a support for me.
It's so yeah, so
Makes
about like
sense, yeah.
I think yeah 3.65 3 point maybe like 7 somewhere around there. Most likely lower because it's a line chart, right? So it could just wick down. So around like 3.65, I think that it can dump. We'll most likely see some sort of like a a wick down right now, but then immediately after that, I think it's gonna be like a V bottom, and just start pushing up and just keep climbing and climbing. So most likely the FOMC volatility, we'll see like a wick go down, and then after that it'll push up, and then people are gonna blame it on the recovery and the push towards all-time high. They're gonna be like, oh, it's because of the FOMC, but in reality, I feel like it's just you know honey badger doesn't give a fuck. Like it's just gonna go up because it's following.
I've heard that one in so long.
Oh,
Oh my
that's
God.
his. I mean, it's certainly a possibility. I mean, we have been in a range like for, let me see, July for like I don't know, 4 or 5 months already, 7, 10, yeah, for 5 months. So and we are basically at the bottom of that range again. The only problem I have with the total, and probably likely Bitcoin too, and let's say Ethereum because it's important, is that all of them, I don't know if you do, but I particularly use Ichimoku, and all of them are on confirmed bird trends already. So it's just a matter
Mhm.
of waiting when the
What's funny is I think this guy Joe Matoshi, I'm pretty sure he learned Ichimoku from me. So.
view, unless the price starts trending above 3.9 again, it's the fate for that chart right now as it is today is still to make lower levels, to go to lower levels. So I mean that's from Ichimoku theory. So no fundamentals, not anything else. But I can see
Advice.
I can see definitely there's support right there. So at the end of the day, we just need to see what's going to happen at that support.
Yeah, agreed. Dr. Crypto's mic is not working, so he desperately wanted me to point out that Jelly is doing very well, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Probably.
Dr. Jelly is so spot on with his plays, guys. It's actually kicking so much butt. I just looked at Blowfin. It's sitting at 0.0933. Broke out a little bit there of that channel at the 8.8 right there, or 8.7. So yeah, Dr. Crypto, love that.
Jelly, I'm ready to jelly today.
I'm ready to jelly today. Let's go. Yeah, Wizard should be joining us soon. I'm assuming he'll have some really good takes as well. But I am looking at global M2, like you pointed out, Wolf, and it's very interesting that we are just just keeping the train going. We are increasing global liquidity here, have the levers pulled, and Bitcoin has not budged really much as of yet. So it'll be fascinating to see when this finally hits, when we get more QE and more global M2 liquidity. What's this? Let's see. But yeah, I pointed out some other tickers up to the top there, guys. I pointed out Peak as well as EAT token. EAT. So EAT is something that I've worked with the team a little bit, made some content about them. Their token just came out this morning. Literally just came out this morning.
Who?
This morning. EAT, EAT token. It's 375 AI. I'm extremely bullish on this as a DPIN project. They are addressing a very large.
Yeah, I just posted the link in Discord to the host's channel. If you guys want to tune in on Twitter directly, then you guys can tune in there. But before you leave, you make sure you fucking like my channel and my stream and shit, retweet it, and then you can fuck off.
And they already have a lot of data buyers, so I'm pretty pumped about this one myself. I did get an airdrop for it, so I am a little bit biased. Full disclosure. But I did go ahead and buy a bunch more as well. So I am sitting on this one. Price action obviously isn't really there because it is a brand new token, so it's really hard to chart this thing.
I'm sorry, what's the ticker again?
EAT, EAT.
Oh, EAT.
Yeah. So it stands for Edge AI Token. They thought it'd be funny. They thought it'd be funny to call it EAT token. But yeah, project itself is called 375 AI. But yeah, project itself is called 375 AI. But yeah, project itself is called. Yeah, I'm pretty bullish on that one. Keep my eye on that. Like I said, got my airdrop this morning. I went ahead and bought more on that dip there because obviously there's a sell off when these things come out. But yeah, looking good for that one in my opinion. Just fundamental wise, chart wise, we can't really say anything on it because there is not really a chart to follow here yet. I just gotta wait, give it some time, wait it out a little bit. Other things I'm looking at, obviously like Alki token I've mentioned on here before. It's AUKI. Did rip up recently as well, about 14% in the past 24 hours, along with Peak. Those both did pretty well in the past 24 hours. I know Helium token, that's HNT, that did very well as well. That ripped up the past couple of days here. Really coming out of this this nasty downtrend on the short term. Where was that? Yeah, it still has a long ways to go. Still a lot of resistance to fight, but looking much better than it did before, in my opinion. I'm not sure if you guys have anything you're looking at besides those. But that's pretty much all that I was looking at this morning.
Orderly Network, buy that shit. Trust me.
Orderly? What's the ticker?
Order is the ticker.
Order. I need my order.
It's gonna be a new Hyperliquid. Trust me, bro. Trust me.
Oh God, here we go. The new Hyperliquid.
It's already
the one sitting at 23 cents.
Yeah. It's already top 10 decks, but in reality it should be like top 5 because there's a lot of like wash trading dexes on there, and Orderly is mostly all retail. So yeah, so everyone, I mean, anyone in the voice chat can essentially go to orderly.network and like click the button that says like start your own dex or whatever and launch their own fully fledged perpetual dex in like 5 fucking minutes with their own branding, logo, all that fun jazz. So
what?
like, so anyone that's tried to make a deck, like I made one, and it's a fucking pain in the ass. Like working with Hyperliquid, you need to have a full, an actual team that builds an entire front end. You're competing with Hyperliquid for the fees. With Orderly, it's completely different. You can build a dex for free in 5 minutes, and you're not competing with Orderly for the fees. You pay a specific fee, like a flat fee. I think it starts at like 3 bips, and then depending on how much volume your dex gets or how much tokens you have staked, you can bring that down all the way to 1 bip, and then you basically charge whatever you want on top, right? So if you have enough tokens or enough volume and you charge 5 bips, which is what Bybit charges, Binance and Bybit, then you're pocketing 4 bips profit, right? Meanwhile, with Hyperliquid, you have to fucking build fucking everything, which is completely annoying. They don't support you at all. If you have any sort of complaints, then they just copy paste the docs and tell you to fuck off. And then when you have everything built, after several months, you then have to compete with Hyperliquid. You get a builder code, and the way that it works is that the trader that's trading on your platform pays whatever they would pay on Hyperliquid plus your broker fee on top. So no matter who or what, any broker, any builder on Orderly will always have more expensive fees than Orderly themselves. So like, why on earth would somebody trade on my DEX, my brokerage, when they can just go directly on Hyperliquid? Sorry, did I say Orderly? I meant Hyperliquid. They can go directly on Hyperliquid and trade on Hyperliquid themselves, right? So, yeah, I think I fucking I flipped over Orderly and Hyperliquid for some reason, but brain fart. But yeah, but Hyperliquid, it sucks to build on, man. It's just popular and people are building on it because there's a lot of people that are trading on it, right? So it has a big community. But if it doesn't make sense to actually build on it, other than you're just trying to siphon users from them, to me that's a bubble, right? That's like people launching NFTs just because people are buying NFTs. You know, like, what happens when people stop buying NFTs?
NFTs lose value.
Well, yeah, the bubble pops, right? It crashes. We've seen it time and time again. So
Yeah.
Keep the bubble going. Keep the bubble going. I like the bubble. I like being in the bubble.
unless they change the way that their builder codes work, like, then okay, then they can, then it'll make sense. But right now, building on Hyperliquid is terrible, right? It just doesn't make sense unless you're like fucking MetaMask and you want to scam all of your clients and charge fucking 10% or whatever retarded shit they're doing.
I definitely need to check out Orderly. It sounds interesting. So you said you made your own decks on there?
Yeah, but I made it before they had this like Orderly One thing. So they actually built that because they saw how much troubles I was having, and I built What Exchange. If you guys want to fucking support your boy, go check out What Exchange on Twitter. But I built that Dex and I built it with like a dev team and everything that actually used their SDK to build it, which was still pretty easy. But for people that are not technical like me, like, I'm not a dev, right? I'm just the idea and money guy. I mean, I got scammed, right? What essentially should have cost like 10 grand to build, this dude just scammed me out of essentially $250,000. So, and then ran it on for like months when it should have been done in like a week max. But because they saw that I was having I had such a bad experience, they were like, okay, we need to make this even easier for people. And that's when they created this, like, essentially like a PumpFun for dexes. And I think they're doing spot trading soon too. So you can have your whole ecosystem in like a push of a few buttons. It's pretty fucking crazy.
Can you pin that to the top? Can you pin the What Exchange you talked about to the top? I would love to check that out.
Sure. How do I pin things? I don't usually do these things.
So you, whatever tweet you have, if there's like a tweet associated with the account, you can go to the account, go to that tweet, and then you'll see that little arrow box button on the bottom right of the tweet. You're gonna click that, and it'll say like share to the space. You'll see like FOMC crypto trading has an option to share it to.
Nice. Okay, so what about if I just share one of my tweets that says, "Hey, we have the cheapest fees and point farming and all that fun jazz"?
Yeah, do that. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, man. No, of course. Yeah, guys. Not a whole bunch again happening here. Looking at Bitcoin right now, we do have a little bit of a green wick in the 15-minute there, but nothing insane, nothing mind blowing. Looks like
How the
it's like
fuck
the
do I do
last
this? What did he
throes
say?
of a dying animal. Almost.
He said you can like
on this
press
cliff.
this, click the button on the
But
top.
there is lots of support there, like we talked about down below. Run around 110, 111, even 107 there. Lots of support to catch this thing. So I could easily see Bitcoin going either way.
Shirt space right here.
These days, I'll probably be sitting on my hands for the most part. What was that? I heard someone talking. Was it Joe or Val?
No, I didn't say anything. I'm sitting on my hands for sure. It will be too volatile for my style of trading. I'm not, very big on catching weeks. Well, unless Bitcoin dips into like 108, 109K. That's a good region today for me to long for a short scalp. For a scalp to the upside, I mean, but short term. So people understand what I mean. So if it dips there, I'll go with a BTC long. If it doesn't, I'm not sure what I will do. For now, nothing. And probably for Ethereum, that will be at around 3,800, most likely, something like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the most boring show on earth where traders sit around and do nothing.
Well, because there is nothing much to do.
Exactly.
Unless you shorted yesterday or the day before, there's not much to do. I
Yep.
mean, for now, people who shorted, they should like move their stops and that's it, you know? It's not
Literally.
like it's hitting any targets or something.
Doing
It's
nothing is
ranging.
doing nothing is a completely valid trade. Anyone who's seriously like, oh my god, you should trade every day. It's like, no, that's ridiculous. Like I'm too. I do not want to do that. I do not.
It depends on how much time you have on your hands, but it is possible to trade every day. It's just not going to be some crazy swings. It will be small moves, 1-2% scalps.
Yeah, I agree 100%. We have EVAA moving up as well, along with Jelly Jelly. But yeah, these wicks aren't crazy, guys. I mean, these things are only up what? I mean, it's impressive: 25%, 24%, 16%. Those are huge, huge gains in the short term, but it's just it feels really forced, like Val was saying earlier. This all feels very, very forced today. I feel like, I mean, this could just be me. I feel like people are tired. I'm tired. I don't know about you guys. I'm really tired, but
Oh, that's the entire premise behind the exact charts we got in the past couple months. I mean, you just wear people down every single day, one candle at a time, until literally like only 1% is fresh and ready to take on the opportunity. Once like most of the people are completely tired, mentally drained, is when the move happens, because it's where you can extract the most amount of money, and not many people are going to be able to profit from that.
I mean, you guys sound pretty tired to me. I would agree with you, and you guys you guys sound pretty tired to me. I personally think that I'm looking for the long to go, 20, 25x long on like ETH. And I think we're gonna be pushing up aggressively in the next 24 to 48 hours.
Are you waiting to enter on the long, or you already long?
No, no, no. I'm waiting to enter. Well, I have like some, right, but it's like I think like 2x leverage or something. But that's on some accounts. But I'm waiting to enter like the big one here. I think we're, like I said, I think we're gonna dip down a little bit, and then from there I'm just gonna big dick it. But I'm going Ethereum just because there's a lot more DAT and institutional buy pressure on Ethereum lately, more so than Bitcoin, mostly because of Bitmine and all that fun jazz, right? But Unfolded posted out a tweet, or not a tweet, a message on Telegram, if you guys follow that, that data news analytics channel, but showing like a graph of if you want, I can share it on the Jumbotron, but showing the graph that Ethereum is essentially being the new, the new shiny thing for institutional investors right now. And I think that we're going to see it push up, to all-time highs and much higher than Bitcoin. And then after that, most likely is going to be Solana. They're just going to cycle through, and then after that, maybe like Hyperliquid. Who knows, right? But right now, I think Ethereum is going to do a nice run.
Nice. It's definitely possible. Not counting on that. It would be stupid just to, get fixed on an idea, and then, just ignore everything else just because you have bias. It's a death of a trader.
Yeah,
So
honestly, it's why we talk about, or why I've talked about recently, about balancing, like it's like I've recently rebalanced my portfolio. I do this once a month, guys. I have a long-term portfolio that
So Proton, you said, who are these guys? This is Wolf Host, which is like, this is like the new crypto channel. Wolf is like one of the like big space or the big financial spaces. Like right now they're doing another one on their main channel, which is like several 100,000 followers. Joe Matoshi is another like KOL. Does a lot of Ichimoku trading and stuff. He has a 92.3K followers. I think he got like main character at one point. I don't remember exactly what, but he always seemed like a pretty nice guy to me. And then Valmy is another trader who I think is actually she posts out some pretty good charts, but I don't know why they're bearish. To be honest, I still think it's pretty obviously bullish. Like so far, we've just been following them too. It's pretty easy. It's not like I have to even draw charts and lines and literally just one fucking indicator. Follow it.
So you have to essentially become okay with any outcome and prepare yourself for those outcomes. So, like, if you think the market's going to edge higher, great. Make sure you manage your risk and assess that accordingly. So, just in case it doesn't edge higher, you're not completely screwed out of buying discounts. And then vice versa as well. If the market goes lower, and you think it's going to go lower, don't leverage up a bunch of shorts and risk your entire bag by doing so. Hold some cash, wait for the dips, buy those dips, etc. It's just it's really simple, honestly, but people like to overcomplicate it.
Fuck that. YOLO.
No shit.
Wolf's so funny, bro. See, I'm happy your name's I'm Not the Wolf because like you're like the antithesis of what I stand for, and I love it. Like you're like the anti-hero on the stage. And like you anything I say you can just say the opposite of, and it actually works for the narrative.
but I have not been wrong every time I come on here. I will say that.
No,
and
I know. That's why I love.
And I was technically the first wolf of the space.
That's true. That's true. You were the first wolf of what's that street called?
No, it was Wolf of Poloniax was my old account, like back in 2017.
Nice. We should make different wolf accounts to have like our home street addresses on them or something, where it's like instead of Wolf of Wall Street, it's like Wolf of Tequesta Court or something like that.
Wolf of well, I don't even know what fucking street I'm in Vietnam, bro. I can't speak this shit.
Wait, why are you in Vietnam?
Because I got a fucking Vietnamese wife and kid.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You've been in Asia for a long time,
That's
if I remember correctly.
Yeah. I mean, America sucks, so who wants to get shot just for fucking crossing the road?
Hey, whoa. Don't talk about my state like that. I love Florida.
Yeah, fucking Florida.
I actually did get shot in Florida, so that's funny.
I'm sorry, bro.
No, I mean it's true though. That's why. Like, fuck. Who wants to get shot for? Well, I was driving the car. I wasn't even fucking crossing the street, but yeah, crazy.
Hey, that's why we all carry guns around here now.
I can't. I'm a felon. Shit.
Well, I didn't know that. Shit.
Yeah, I got into Bitcoin for selling drugs on Silk Road, and then I went to prison for it. So.
Hey, you were on Silk, dude. What?
Yeah, OG.
OG over here, dude. Wolf is the OG, guys. Holy crap. Silk Road days. Damn. Take me back. Take me back. That's crazy, dude.
Don't take me back. Prison was not fun.
Ross Ulbricht's he has my full name inside of his name. Like his name's Ross William Ulbricht. And that's like my full name is a combination of two of those names. I thought it was pretty funny.
So you like being inside him? It's weird.
Yeah, I do actually. I actually ran into him in Vegas. I didn't get to say hi because it was like fresh off of him being pardoned, and I could tell he just he needed his space. And I saw him and his wife walking through, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna let him do his thing. I'm not gonna like bother him and be like, oh my god, can I get a picture, bro? Like that's so annoying.
Nah, you don't ask for a picture, but you ask, it was you, right? You were the fucking dude that donated to yourself, right? That's what you need to ask. Ask the important questions.
Yeah,
maybe. I wonder how much more fucking Bitcoin he has stashed away somewhere.
Very interesting times we live in, man. Very interesting times. Something else too, completely off topic, guys, but I've recently tried Perplexity Comet, the AI browser, and this thing is actually pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. You can actually pull up TradingView with it, and you can have a little AI assistant on the side, and it can interact with your screen like for you, so you can tell it to set up different trades, build strategies for you and whatnot. It's pretty wild.
Ask him if Bitcoin's going to go up or down.
Yeah, here I'm gonna ask it right now, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna go Bitcoin chart. Here we go. I'm gonna say, let's open this up. Assistant.
There's like a bunch of models, AI models, like trading right now. I think I read something, right?
Yeah.
They were doing like a comparison between ChatGPT, Grok, and all of that. I think they all got wrecked, but two or one.
Wow. Perplexity is giving me trade advice right now on Bitcoin. Oh my God. This
What
is
is saying?
okay. So I gave it the Bitcoin chart on the 15-minute, and it said
Uh-huh.
trend analysis. The chart shows a slight downward move. Price remains near recent highs, indicating minor bearish pressure with overall stability. Support and resistance. Those are wrong. Uh, that's definitely not right. What is it? Trade idea, bullish scenario, breakout trade. If you enter a long trade, if Bitcoin breaks and closes above the 112,766 resistance, I think it thinks 112,766 is resistance for some reason.
How
Um,
much?
I think it's because it's the 15-minute chart, so it's using the 15-minute candle as reference.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, put in like the 4 hour.
And it's telling me where to set my stop losses too. This is so funny. Holy shit.
Well,
Yeah.
I guarantee you, some people would do better trading that advice than whatever they're seeing on the chart.
Honestly, yeah, I think so. I really do. I mean, it's
At
not.
least, at least they'll remove the emotion aspect of it.
Yeah, it's giving you trade ideas and telling you when to sell. Like, this is actually really interesting, man. Perplexities. Yeah, this thing's pretty cool. I like this browser a lot. It's
But
clean too. It's a really clean browser.
is the signal like actually good? Because
Based on the 15-minute, no. I'm gonna see if it does it again on the 14. Not the 14. Sorry, the 4 hour. Let's see if I can redo this.
so like the thing that always strikes me as funny is, you know, when I read articles of like people being afraid that AI is gonna take over and destroy humanity, and then I go ask Grok what time or how many hours until the New York Stock Exchange opens up, and it starts saying like 36 hours, but it opens up in like 2. It's like, well, cool.
Yeah, I know. The other day I was like, let me do an experiment, and I was talking to ChatGPT. I was like, hey, can you give me like the most important levels based on the past month performance for Bitcoin, whatever? And this was like a month ago, September. And he was like, well, yeah, I can see we have some support at 49K. And I was like, dude, that was like a year ago. What the fuck are you talking about? I mean, it was just
What if
like, no.
what if the AI actually knows everything you actually asked it, and it's just trying to destroy you because it hates humanity? Get you
Yeah.
liquidated.
Okay.
Yeah.
And most people are, that's going to happen. The things that people are asking today on Twitter, I'm like, come on, dude. Someone goes like, it's gonna rain and I can see a rainbow. And then people go like, Grok, what is a rainbow? Stuff like that. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on with humanity, man?
Yeah, it's very interesting. I just put this new trade setup in, and now Perplexity is interacting with my screen. It just went ahead and added indicators to my chart for me. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's very interesting. I had to do this yesterday. I was testing it out, and the browser is really cool because you can tell Perplexity to interact with different things on your screen. So you can tell it to, write replies for you on Twitter. You can tell it to read emails and reply to those emails. You can tell it to set calendar meetings for you, and it like goes into your Google Calendar and everything. The problem with it though is that if you go on random websites with this thing and try to interact with those websites, people have found like attack vectors using like some malicious like URL codes. So they like write mini prompts inside of the code. And so the AI will read the code and then like activate that prompt. It'll like act on that prompt. So if you're like on a banking site, if you're on your like banking site or your wallet, Perplexity can interact with those things. And if the prompt tells it to do something like, oh, send all that money to this address, it'll do that.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. People have already gotten hacked and scammed that way with it.
Yeah, definitely
No.
need to stay away.
Yeah. That's why I'm only interacting with it on like sites that I know aren't going to have that code. Like it's like, oh, I'm on like TradingView, for instance, or I'm on like something like, and I don't have like any of my wallets or my bank information hooked up to the browser. It's very, very bare bones. But it is very useful. It's very fun. I do like this a lot. I just told it to enter a new trade setup, and it said, yeah, it's still not that good. It says bullish if it breaks you enter at 112,200, 112,350, or bearish if it, what is that, 112,700 if resistance fails. I'm so confused. Why is it saying all this? This is so weird, dude. Yeah, they need to work on this some more. It's hallucinating right
Nah,
now.
bro, it's gonna take over the world. It's smart enough to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey guys, really quick, while there's a little break in the chat, just want to say thanks for having me on again. I gotta hop off. It's already getting late, so good morning
Of course.
to you guys. Good night for me.
Yeah, of course, man.
See you, man.
Dude.
Later.
Have a good night.
Wizard, my man, you making any money today?
What the fuck do I
Afternoon.
got? There you go.
I had a
All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off right here. I've already been streaming for like almost 2 hours. That's long enough for me. The FOMC is gonna happen while I'm sleeping. I'm not gonna be awake for that, so most likely I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna wait for the morning, essentially, early when I wake up. Then I will check to see. I sleep with the phone literally right next to me, right? So I always check. It's the first thing I do when I wake up. It's fucking, I don't know, bad habit, but I'm gonna check the charts, and then if it hasn't pumped yet, or even if it did pump, or if it wicked down or whatever, I'm pretty much just gonna YOLO into a long, because I still believe that we're gonna, trail the M2 and it's gonna pump. Hopefully it's delayed and I get to, get a nice entry in, but yeah, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So tomorrow I'll be streaming again at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Indo-China time. So if you guys weren't there early today, make sure you're early tomorrow, motherfucker. All right, guys, have a good night. Peace.